Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly forecast from May 23rd to the 29th. This is for Aquarius, Sun and Rising, and while this will be a general reading for Aquarius, Sun and Rising, I get really specific using tarot, obviously my guides, and astrology to lead your reading. Now, the reason I use astrology is because astrology and tarot go hand in hand. This month, Aquarius, wow, how crazy has it been? Actually, this year, how crazy. A lot of Aquarians have had some really good luck and fortune in their career. They've moved forward in a really big way, so I'm very proud of you, Aquarius. Now, this month particularly, actually this week particularly, listen, I'm not going to get into too many astrological details because there's just so many things happening, all right? The one thing that I am going to mention is that this is going to be a pretty busy week, all right? We know that Jupiter went into Aries on May 10th, all right? Venus went into Aries as well, but also tomorrow Mars is going into Aries. That's a lot of activity in Aries, which is your third house. We're going to talk about that later, but that really is your house of communication, siblings, short distance travel. You could hear news, in that area, but that's why we do tarot, because we're going to get to the bottom of what's going on for you this week. Now, the only other thing that I'm going to point out is that oh my goodness, there are so many planets in their domicile this week. Mars in Aries. Venus is actually leaving Aries to go into Taurus. We still have Saturn in your sign. We have Neptune in Pisces. I mean, listen, I'm not even going to go into it because there's just too many things to list. Just know that this week is going to be maybe a little wild, a little chaotic, and maybe a little confusing, but in the end, the theme of the week is tarot and chill, all right? Because this is just one of those weeks that could be very active. So just take a deep breath and everything will be great. All right. What else should I tell you, Aquarius? That may be it. Yeah. You want to get started? You want to get started? Today, another thing, the sun is sextiling Jupiter today. So today actually should be amazing for you. But then also at the end of this week, which I'll talk about next week, is that the new moon in Gemini. Wow. I mean, that and everything else for June, it looks great. So why don't we go ahead and get started for you, Aquarius? I am going to do your reading for May 23rd to the 29th. Now, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, and it is what my clients prefer. If you want to book a private reading with me, you know where to find me, all right? Secondly, if you are new to my channel, it would be great if you like and subscribe. It really helps me grow in a huge way, and I would greatly appreciate it, and I would sincerely, I got you, all right? And I'm here for you. So, okay, Aquarius. Gosh. This is crazy, all right? What is going on? All right, so now, Aquarius, so we know this month has been a huge month with the eclipses, all right? It's been a game-changing month. There could have been a lot of things that have impacted you emotionally. There could have been a lot of things that you're trying to move on from. That full moon lunar eclipse, the blood moon that we had in Scorpio on May 15th was really heavy. It was really deep, and it was really intensive, and there could have been some sort of closure, some kind of ending, maybe even an unexpected ending to something. I'm not gonna lie, I am an Aquarius on the day of the moon, of this Scorpio full moon. The person I was seeing broke up with me, so I literally can relate to anything that you're going through with that. And it's funny because what's happening here is that, remember how I said this week may be a little chaotic and wild and confusing? Well, buckle your seatbelts, because I feel like, also remember, Mercury went into Mercury went retrograde on May 10th, same day that Jupiter went into Aries. All right, so that affects you as fellow air sign Gemini. Listen, all right, Knight of Wands. This is where we're starting with. So when I talked about career earlier, listen, rocket ship, okay? This is great. Keep going, keep going. This is a Knight. This is of Wands is really fiery energy, okay? Knight is fiery, Wands are fiery. This is all about transformative experiences. You're really moving forward in a positive way, in a fast way in your career. Growth, like I said, is like a rocket ship. And it could have started like even in the beginning of the year, probably mostly in March. You probably felt a lot of movement in March and April, okay? But all I'm saying is go with it, all right? Things are looking fantastic with your career. Things are looking really great in terms of work. Now, you did pull the Nine of Swords, so there is something that is stressing you out this week, okay? Or will be stressing you out this week. Or it could be something that you are currently going through right now that is stressful for, the week of May 23rd, 29th. Now, listen, the good news, well, there's good news and bad news. Bad news is it's probably something really heavy, like tugging on your heartstrings, something that is very, let's say, burdensome and stressful and to the point of burnout, okay? The good news is that it's coming to an end, okay? This is all coming to an end for you. All that emotional feeling that you're going through is coming to an end because this is the nine. Nine is the don't give up card, all right? This is all if you're literally losing sleep over these challenges and thoughts and just emotional drainage, just know this is all ending, okay? And it's all ending at the perfect time with the Gemini new moon coming in at the end of, and we'll talk about this at the end of this month. We'll talk about this next week, all right? Really interesting is that it came up in your challenge area with collaboration, the Three of Pentacles. So there could be something that is, well, two messages are coming through. One for Aquarians who are working in terms of your career. You might want to consider working with other people. That could be very helpful. I know Aquarians are very independent and we love our freedom and we love, we're great workers alone, okay? But it's just saying that this is coming up in your challenge area for those of y'all who prefer that. It might be helpful to work with other people this week in certain areas of your life, okay? The second message that is coming through is that there could be a lot of people who, maybe colleagues, especially work-related, who may be, I wouldn't say concerned, that's a strong word for the message I'm getting, but just know that they're there for you. If you are going through a time of just a lot of stress and burnout and just carrying on too much, just know that they are there for you, okay? And you want to, they're waiting, okay? They're waiting to welcome you back, all right? So that is the other message that's coming through. I mean, this means a lot of things here. Those are the two strongest messages, and I don't want to get too much into it because I also want to get to this really quick because it's calling to me really badly. So the Seven of Wands. Now, well, here, let me hold it again for you. It looks like some of the stress that y'all are going through is, some Aquarians, this is going to resonate, is that you feel like you're maybe being a little attacked. Maybe you feel like there is people coming after you in some way. This is all about standing your ground, okay? This is all about defending your territory. This is all about defending who you are and how you work, all right? And this is good because you are doing a good job of defending yourself, all right? And this is something that's been on your mind, and it does relate to the Nine of Swords, okay? So just keep doing what you do, be you, because you are going to win in the end, all right? This is all about, like, if there is a word to describe this, it is jealousy. It is the people that are coming after you are jealous of you, okay? So don't ever twist that to make it feel like they're coming after you for something you did wrong. This has nothing to do with anything that you did wrong. As you can see, you can see the young man here wearing two different shoes. It came unexpectedly, all right? This is a month of like a lot of unexpected changes and a lot of unexpected things happening, all right? Just know, Aquarius, you did absolutely nothing wrong. This is people coming after you because they're jealous of you. It can be as small as a Twitter troll. It can be small as just, someone sending an email that has, passive as aggressive messaging. But it could also just be as something as big as like colleagues, jealous of your promotion or jealous that, you're getting all the praise or jealous of you in some sort of capacity, but just stand your ground, be yourself, never change for anyone else. You are amazing and you do not need anyone to make you feel otherwise, all right? And so I am glad that came up because I needed to tell you that message. That was the most important message, is that when you stand your ground, if you feel like you're being attacked or being, pushed into a corner, not even worth it. Stand your ground. Do whatever you need to do to just be yourself and say, dude, what's wrong with you? All right? So, you do want to move on from a challenging situation, okay? That's deep down inside you. Some sort of loss and disappointment. And that's literally what The Eight of Cups is that the only, it is only cup. Okay, so yeah, so this is great because you do want to move away from something that did happen. And so if you're still emotionally reeling from a situation, whether it was a breakup, whether it was, you know, some sort of job loss, or whether it was, you know, maybe a fight with a family member, or just something that just left a bad taste in your mouth or left you like disappointed, okay? You're moving forward, all right? Now, Aquarius, I have to let you know something, all right? This is gonna be an emotional week, all right? And you are clearly going through an emotional time. I want you to know one thing, all right? Emotions are neutral. It's the actions we put behind them that make them either positive or negative, okay? It's the actions that we put behind emotions that give it a certain vibrational frequency. So I want you to put yourself in a really good headspace this week, all right? Remember, the theme of the week is tarot and chill. Take some time to chill and think about what you want moving forward, but think about it in a positive way, positive affirmations. I want you to really empower yourself with the questions you ask yourself because, you know, let me give you an example. If you sit there and think about, like, why is this happening to me? Or what did I do wrong? That is negative energy you're putting out there. If you change it into more like, what is a positive outcome that can happen from this? And, you know, what can I do to make things better? Do you see the difference? Like, and I'm not saying that you're not good at doing things like that. And, you know, Aquarius, y'all are so intelligent, you know, as air signs. I'm just saying because it will be an emotional week and it may be a little confusing. Some of the things may be confusing this week in a weird way. I'm just reminding you that you have the power to dictate your emotional journey. Okay? So just do not forget that. Now, good news. You did get the Page of Swords. Now, we love the Page of Swords. He can be a little annoying. A lot of people think Page of Swords is annoying, only because he's so eager to get started and he's so ready to get going. And you know, I always think of, gosh, I'm not even gonna name names, but on Survivor, there's always those in the first few episodes who are just like, I got this, and I got this, and I can do this, or whatever. Anyway, weird analogy, but Page of Swords is great because, you know, Page ushers in change, okay? This is new change, and this is all about mental effort, right? But secondly, this is a message that could be coming through for you soon, so you could hear something about changes coming up, but in a positive way, okay? I don't want you to think it's negative because the energy I'm getting is positive. So it could be message about whatever emotional journey, whatever emotional challenges you're going through this week. You could get news that it's over, okay? Especially because remember, you did get the 9 here, and you are moving away from a disappointing situation. You could get a message, whether it's spiritually or through the mail, through the email, through a boss, through, you know, your lover, whatever it is. It's going to end it in a positive way, all right? And then you're going to move forward again, all right? Talk about blast off. That's great. I love that. Now, Aquarius, let's move on to your staff. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like and subscribe. I have to say it 2 times. And the only reason I have to say it two times is because I'm still kind of new to YouTube, and I feel like every YouTuber says it at least twice, so ding, ding, ding. It would be great if you like and subscribe. Oh my gosh, I said it 3 times. Oh gosh, who am I? Anyway, listen, I like what I see here, Aquarius, okay? I love what I see. Is there a word stronger than love? Okay, I like what I see. I love what I see. I am obsessed with what I see. First of all, you got the 5 of Wands. This is further confirmation. I told you about this earlier, right? I told you about the 7, the 7 of Wands that you got here, on how nothing is your fault. It's just people that are jealous of you. Now, listen, you got the 5 of Wands, all right? So what's really interesting is this is all about conflict, okay? This is all about challenge. But take a close look at the card. You can see that they're fighting. But if you take a really close look, you can see they're actually just swinging their wands in the air, meaning whatever this argument is, whatever this challenge is, it is so not even worth your time. It's not even worth your energy, okay? So if that is happening, do not, remember, it relates to this one, all right? Because between these two is the victory card, all right? And so just remember, not worth your time or energy. Be the better person and just nip it in the bud. If anything comes up that is somewhat challenging, all right? I mean, this could be like some sort of argument with colleagues. It could be something that, just something that comes up that's nitpicky with your partner. They point something out, but nip it in the bud because it is not even worth your time. And you're going to see that things just go your way right after, okay? And I want you to remember that. Remember, this card was speaking to me like really loudly. Nothing is your fault. Nothing is your fault at all. You're going to move on forward. It's that people are jealous of you, okay? Now, I love this. I love that you got the King of Cups. So here's the thing about the King of Cups. He's incredibly emotionally stable, okay? This is really crazy because not only is he the most emotionally, among the most emotionally stable, he is, you can see that his throne is literally on water. I mean, that's how stable he is, okay? So that is something that you need to know. This is really crazy because it's also like, what's really funny is this week, someone could be coming into your life that really helps you out. It helps you stabilize emotionally, but there just could be a moment where, and I don't know how to say this in a way that I'm not going to get banned on this channel, but like it really is like your sex drive is going to be in high gear. Okay, that's good news. All right, so if you've been feeling not a lot of it lately, that's the return of that. And that is a message that came through. And I was just trying to think of like, how do I say that without being weird about it? Anyway, so this is really good. And it came up in your external factors area. So just know that like you are going to be on top of your emotions. Someone could come through and help you out with that. Someone like a father figure, someone who is like a mentor, but also like for relationship wise, for Aquarians, it'll be good. All right. In a sex way. Now, you did get the Chariot. You're ready to move forward. And that's really great because the Chariot is all about moving forward and overcoming obstacles. And one thing that I'm going to point out here is that you can see he's not sitting down. He's standing up. That's how eager he is to move forward. Secondly, two sphinxes that he's, controlling, but they're going opposite directions. Doesn't matter which direction they go. You're still in charge. Oh gosh, that literally floated out of my hand. You're still in charge, okay? So this is really great because it says that your career has been on fire, right? But then you had some emotional moment in the past week or so. And a lot of it could have been work related. A lot of it could be personally related, but in the end, you're moving forward, okay? In the end, you're moving forward. This is great, all right? It's all going to be over soon, and this is further affirmation because you got the World for your final card, final outcome. The World is all about new cycle. This is all about victory. This is all about success, okay? Now, I'm going to point something out here. With the Chariot, he's not even holding onto the reins. You can see that he's holding the Magician's baton, okay? The things that he wants to manifest, the things that he wants to come to fruition, all right? Moving toward that, all right? Now you see, in the World, she's holding the same Magician's batons. That started with the Magician card in the first card of the journey, all right? Coming to the end of that, all right? This is beautiful. Everything that you've been hoping for, you're coming out of one cycle of your life, entering another. So, like I said, all this emotional drama, all this just distress and stress that you've been going through and burden and maybe even burnout, gonzo, by next weeko. All righto? Okay. To let this new life cycle begin. Aquarius, I love you so much. I love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's your reading for next week. I'm very excited for you, and I'm really excited for June. Great month for you. All right, Aquarius, thanks so much for tuning in again, and I will see you next week.